Hello and welcome to Due Process League. I'm joined here by Sick Gamer,
Hello.
and we'll be streaming the LCG versus Los Muchachos game, the final match of the Upper League season, not including the playoffs, of course. What do you think about this matchup, Sick Gamer?
I think this is honestly a pretty even matchup. They're both. I mean, they're definitely on the lower end of the league for right now, but I don't know. They're both pretty even. I think they both have their mistakes here and there, and I don't know. To be honest, none of them really break out enough to me that I really think one will triumph easily over the other. I think they're both pretty good or pretty okay teams. I'm always biased towards LCG though because I just like LCG, but I think it'll be a little bit more even than we maybe want to say.
For me, I think I'm a little bit more biased towards Los Muchachos. Even though they can't get enough players, it feels like
I was to
they
say I'm kind
might be
of
better.
kind of watch the real battles happen in the coordination chat right now. We're seeing shots fired. God,
Yep.
they're in game. Okay.
Yeah, it seems like the first round's going to be a dome, and it's a pit bomb. So we're going to see probably not really any lights play. Still might see lights play because all the surrounding areas will be affected by lights. The observation, you will lose the sight from inside, and we'll see what happens. As it seems like the Los Muchacho boys are thinking about just going beach here, not using any charges. Probably very smart here, as usually these domes will be easy to eco as they're big open areas and you don't really need to fight between cover. It seems like I'm the only one
No, I'm in too. Don't worry.
watching it. All right, we got a sick game. Let's go.
A little bit of
Um,
technical difficulties today.
all right. Yeah, but I think the biggest problem about this map that we're going to see is the fight for beach in the that perch area on that lower ruins. And
I think I agree with that there. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be. That's usually what I see whenever I play this map. Is there's going to be a lot of dead bodies around that area. Teams are on the right. Nope, the teams are not on the right side. Yep, that's right. Awesome.
Yeah, it's really at least this beach hold is really going to depend on how hard LCG wants to play against it. Since they are sitting people in obs and perch, I don't really know how well it's going to go. Yeah, we see the kick then go in. All right, they're going to be moving in there. Not really going to meet any resistance for a while. We got Pablo watching that with the Igmar there. That might do something. Shots fire, but nothing really connecting. We see that smoke they plan go out, and that's pretty much going to kill that angle from Pablo there, which means those two in obs. Oh, it's actually going to be one in obs instead. It's going to be stuck there. We see some shots going in. I think Boss takes a little bit of damage. See those flashes go into obs, and Texas Red and Tetra are going to run in, take out Lando. Toxic going to come out on the side and take out Texas Red there. We see Boss take out Pablo, and Tetra take out Toxic instead. And now that we see Kuken and Matoi have to run into pit to try and save that because Toxic's down. We see some shots go out, and what is that name is taken out by Matoi. Asmo takes out Matoi, and it is just Kuken on the bottom. Why is someone named Cheeseburger Captain Scroteball? Why is can we institute a rule that isn't sentence long names?
I wish. I wish. um, yeah, and
The round goes to Dos Muchachos. Jesus.
1-0 for Los Muchachos. What they did basically there, they were able to just bypass all those players on perch, make their way into observation, and completely just take pit through that observation opening. And it seemed like a lot of defenders are just getting picked off, and you see all these dead bodies are very separated, and it's how you know that basically it was just a 1v1 or a 1vx every situation, and that wasn't very great for the defenders there or LCG.
Are we still having? Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, but as we move into this next round, Attackers will still have charges, and they have won the round as well. So I think they're at a very good standing right now, as they have all charges and have won the first round. LCG will be falling, is my prediction.
I mean, from that we can definitely see, like you said, they were taking those 1v like X's way too much, just because we saw, what was it? I can't remember exactly. I think it was Lando in Obs got taken out, and then Toxic to run in and take him out, and then Kuken and I think Kuken and Matsuo had to go around again and take him out. And Matsuo, even though he was still with his friend, ended up taking a 1vx, and then they just collapsed it on Kuken. So I think if they can start having at least 2 people in the same room, they can start doing a little better here.
Yeah, the easy way to do that is just backing out of the room so you can play with your other teammates behind you. But yeah, we're now in the C store here. There's a very interesting, I think that's a Tetra drawing at the top right.
It does say Tetra next to his name, I think.
It's hard to tell.
Or it says Ted New.
That new. Yeah, but interesting C store. You have sort of like a subdivided storefront where the bomb is sort of like in this small little roomish in the middle of storefront, and everything else is sort of like a World War II cover trenches and all that sort of stuff. Freezer on the left side, tele on the right side, arcade in the top middle-ish, and providing 2 different exits. There's a lot of complicated stuff having in storefront. But it seems like we'll see a wall charge coming out from Los Muchachos, and LCG covering their grounds here, barbing the green door, barbing some of those storefront areas. And it seems like they're shooting out the windows. I don't usually know why people do that, or like running to the windows. I forgot why people do that, but I think it might be good for. Oh, they opened.
Oh, they opened. Yeah, they're just shooting through there. We see some shots go out. I don't think anything really connected from that. No, Lando did take a lot of damage there. We see the charge go out. See Matsuo trying to see if he can shoot through there. See tons of shots going out, and yep, okay, Tetra managed to take out Pablo there. They're starting to get in. They have that arcade, which is really nice for them. Kuken just going to take out Tetra instead. He's again taking a 1v1 there, but ended up in Kuken's favor. We see Matsuo take out Asbo. And oh wow, she's gone, and Boss takes out Matsuo and Toxic. It's just Boss and Texas versus Kuken and Lando. We see Lando on that side, ready to see Boss. I think he's. Oh, I thought he was pulling out a grenade or a Molly, but instead he was pulling out a pistol and is trying to pistol Boss there. We see Texas trying to move in and try and see if he can get around to Boss there. We see Lando taken out by Boss, and it is Kuken just trying to see what he can do here. He's going to run out. He's actually meets no resistance from Boss, who was looking at him, gets flashed and taken out by Texas Red. That actually could have almost gotten to Kuken there on Texas Red, but that flash did help, and the round goes to Los Muchachos.
Yeah, we saw there the wall charge, and it seems to be coming a theme here where attackers would just be 5-manning wherever they're pushing. I'm not sure if they're going to continue this, but they just keep doing it, and it's working. They picked off Lando, picked off Toxic, completely getting that right side done with, and then once they start pushing towards their fridges, they use their flashes, and they're able to take down Matoy as well as Ku. Yeah. Yeah, excellently played from Los Muchachos. Nope, 2 rounds to Los Muchachos there. 2-0.
Perfect.
Yeah. What do you think about that round, Sick?
I mean, it was very fast paced. I wasn't expecting to open there, and because that kind of screwed me up a little bit. But we saw that. I think Los Muchachos had a potential to really dominate that round with that with Tetra going in that arcade and getting that split and just killing everyone in storefront there. But Tetra got, I think, a little bit overzealous and went in on his own without Texas Red, who is also going to be coming from that side, and because that ended up killing him. But they did manage to obviously win that round. Again, I think LCG held it pretty well for a while there, but eventually they just started getting caught out, and it didn't work out very well for them.
Yep. And we are now in the final round of the split. Los Muchachos might be getting a 3-0 split here. Not something we commonly see. Maybe it is something we commonly see. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. But let's hope LCG can bring it back here, as they still have the mob, I believe, and the attackers, they have 2 charges, and hopefully LCG know that, and they're planning for that.
Yeah, we're gonna see this. Oh, I love. It is so nostalgic for me, honestly, seeing these fans on Factory. It's been so long, and I'm glad that we're. I mean, there was a bit where they showed up again. I feel like they disappeared again, and now they're kind of back again. I think, and I don't know. I feel like Factory was always to me the one with fan. So I'm really happy to see it back again, honestly.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, people would barb like right in front of the fan and wouldn't get blown up.
I forgot about that bug. Oh yeah, no, that was all. That was some stuff that I think we had to like. I think we had some rulings on. I don't remember.
Yeah, those were the days. All right, it seems like our production person, Songbird, is now in the game. So apologies for the last few rounds. He's just looking at my cam, but should be good now.
We're gonna see.
Go into the round.
The Toxic and Matsoy ready on that window for them to come around. We are going to see that split, I think, here. Yep, and Texas Red absolutely hammered by Matsoy there. That's going to be huge for that, taking out that little Toxic push there, and that's going to help a lot there. I think we see Tetris actually going to rotate around. I think because he has the Clacker as well. They did just put the bomb on that docks there, I think. I could be wrong. No, I think I might be wrong with that. Okay. See that bomb go on Toxic. It goes, I think Cheeseburger might just go in himself. Yeah, he's just going to go on himself, and that's going to be immediately taken out by Matsoy, which is not a good idea. See a nade go out there. I think that did a little bit of damage. No, that didn't meet anyone, sadly. Yeah, I think that was from the side there. I'm actually not really sure how that ended up in there. We see Boss try to take some shots there. It didn't work out. We see the charge go out, and that immediately takes out Toxic. That's going to be pretty big. See Pablo is ready. Tetra trying to see if he can get anything done on Pablo. It does get a little bit of damage in there with those wall bangs. See Matsoy trying to take some reverse shots on Boss there, but I don't think either of them are really connected. Oh no, Matsoy's a little hurt, so I think Boss did manage to get some damage there. We see Asbo again shooting through that truck there, trying to see if they can find Paulo, but really they're just waiting outside. It's been almost it's been over a minute, and the attackers are still outside. This isn't looking too very good or very well for them. That's what does manage to take out Paulo there, so that is a huge block out of there, and they are actually instead rotating over to Fan, which is a bit strange in my opinion. And they're all stacking on that Fan. We see some shots go out. A Flash, I think, didn't get in the building there. We see a volley that's going to lock off Tetra and Asbo. And Asbo is taken out by Matsoy, and Matsoy also takes out by Tetra. It is just Boss with Saber in there. He is stuck in there and is taken out by Matsoy. And the round goes to LCG. Matsoy pulling some work there. Oh, that was an ace. Matsoy with an ace.
I think that round felt like a chess game. We saw each team taking their time, and then once one person made a move, the other team reacted in a different way. And we saw Matsoy getting the first pick right off the peak from the spawn, and then that prompted LCG to just try to back off from that top side and just start working the bottom side as much as possible. Sadly, they just let Matsoy stay in green, which was not good. And that eventually led to a bunch of people getting killed from Matsoy, especially that triple spray down, or a double spray down at least, at the end there, as well as getting that final pick onto that Saber player.
I honestly think at that point, Los Muchachos played it very slow, because obviously LCG was going to play aggressive. They normally play aggressive, but that spawn peak already did that. And then they sent in Cheeseburger on his own for some reason. Like, they probably should have pulled him back, save that charge for maybe next round, maybe put on Fan or something to try and get something done there. But, oh wait, no, not next round, sorry. It was the end there, so it didn't matter either way. But I don't really know why they played it so safe there, because they really, like I said, it had been like a minute, and they hadn't even gotten in the building yet. They were just mostly standing outside, shooting at the trucks, and as much as shooting at trucks is good to get people out of there, it's not really worth it if you're spending half the match, or half the round doing it.
Yep. But yeah, we're back on the dome to the switch sides, and LCG able to get one round here. And let's see if they are able to continue that streak and possibly overtake the current Los Muchachos scoreline. Previously,
we see that wall charge there. I thought about it, and I was like, I wonder if we're gonna see that. And yep, that's honestly not that bad of a play if you can really make sure you're not gonna get shot a bunch from perch.
Yeah, and this is a really good wall charge because really really gives you fast access to bomb, especially when there's Omni Bomb now. So there's not any side bias. You could just defuse from any side, and you will have cover with the bomb blocking the other side. I'm interested to see how this plays out. Will they actually be able to make this plan work? Because that perch is still going to be a very high place of contention. As this time,
mop on it this time.
Yeah.
Wait, did they not use mop at all last time?
Nope. I don't know.
I was thinking on that because Pablo was sitting there before with an Igmar, so and I figured a mop sits there usually.
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
If you want to keep consistent fire, I guess an Igmar was good, but since that's gonna get smoked immediately, you just take that one pick and then move on. Get that smoke out. That is not a very good smoke there to cover that perch. It even doesn't even cover Asbo there. They're actually moving up to it. They turn off power and Boss takes out Toxic. You see Matsuo, I think, getting that charge down now. That power will help, but I don't know if it was really worth the death there. So that charge goes out. Another shot, but it doesn't connect. See Matsuo, I think. Oh, we see a flash go out. We see a flash go out. Molly's not good enough. Matsuo's gonna run in, and it's taken out by Texas. And Pablo is really hurt back there. I think he did get hit by that mop there. And Cheeseburger, who is still playing aggressive on there, taking a lot of damage. We see Boss. Oh, Tetra also really hurt there. We see a flare. I thought that was a punch. Just a sad little flare lands by. So I think, some shots going in there. We see Paulo get taken out by Texas Red. Cheeseburger managed to take out Kuken, and Lando gets Tetra in response. See Lando just on that beach. I think he might try and save this. It is a 1v4. One of them is hurt, and there is a mop watching his position. And it's sad to see the trail of bodies just on that bomb. And Aslo managed to go around to that hole and just take out Lando. And the round goes to Los Muchachos. That was rough in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think plan was a little bit too idealistic, it seemed to me. Even when you wall charge there, you can't. The wall charge isn't blocked completely by the bomb, and we saw how that impacted that round there as Los Muchachos just sprayed straight through that hole, and I think so much damage had to happen there that it was kind of impossible to hold that bomb, especially with that just one piece of cover, with the bomb being that one piece of cover. But also the perch control was very good. We saw Toxic hit the button, but soonly after he hit that button, he died. That bar placement was good for that as well. And it just looks like LCG was just kind of fumbled there.
Yeah, that first smoke really kind of set the tone for what was going to happen there, because it just didn't really cover enough. It covered people from jungle, but didn't cover Asbo sitting there, and it did not cover that mop, which took out, I think, a few of them there, and was able just to soften them up for Texas just to go for it. So that didn't really work out very well. And then when that Molly came out and Matsuo ran on his own, he had no support there, and that was not going to help anything either. So he almost got Cheeseburger, but was taken out by Texas, I think, as well there, which is, again, it's that feeling of you're taking one versus all, which is not the greatest idea there. You should have maybe a little more communication there about maybe, hey, let's all rush in there. Probably would have been better because they would have gotten out of that mop way, and they would just had to fight two people, which would have been fine, and then just cover their back. But we didn't see that, sadly.
Yep. As we move into this second round of the second split, we're back on the C-Store, and previously we saw a wall charge open, and Los Muchachos going straight into the storefront and able to take that round pretty convincingly. But here we'll see something different, it seems already, as Los Muchachos, or at least, I mean, LCG, now on attack, will be going through that green door. Having lost that wall charge on the first round, they're probably looking to eco here, try and save those charges for this last round so that the other team doesn't know what they're going to do. But yeah, looks like Los Muchachos will be not barbing that green door. They said they'll be barbing this freezer. Or not.
Oh, I just realized that they turned off power. They probably brought MVGs last round, and I think they may have gotten a lot of them because we're seeing that power go out immediately from the defender's side, which is always a strange thing to see. I think they're gonna try and look at that office there, but everyone's rotated out of there about that point. Yeah, we are not seeing a charge. They are bringing in nade, which is gonna be good. They're really gonna need it for really that arcade more than anything. Although I guess you can go to freezer, and that's not as bad. There's no. Actually, there's only 2 barbs taken by Los Muchachos here. I'm actually kind of surprised with that. See some big damage on the boss there. Matsuo taking some damage there as well to that window and arcade door. That was pretty big. We're going to see I think there's Toxic, who has the nade, is actually watching that shed right now, which I think is gonna be kind of a problem. He's slowly creeping up. No, I think he is gonna stay watching that shed. We see that Molly go out, just gonna keep them there for a bit. They are gonna need that nade badly, though, and instead they're gonna go through office. Might be a better call, I'm not sure. They're gonna turn on power, that's gonna help them out a little bit. We see Texas Red getting in position in that freezer there with that shotgun there. There we go, Toxic's going in. We see that nade. Ooh, a bit scary of a nade. I think take a little bit of damage from some other team. I'm not sure. It'll probably take a little bit of damage from, I think, Asbo there. You see them in arcade. I think Cheeseburger's going to try and swing that. Matchboy's going to try and swing out and gets taken out by Asbo. Cheeseburger's going to run in, takes out Lando. And Hugen's going to try and, we see two flashes go out and trying to do something. Pablo takes out Texas. Tetra takes out Hugen. Toxic takes out Tetra. We see Cheeseburger trying to run in, take out Toxic. Toxic managed to take out Cheeseburger instead. We see Boss Jr. and Asbo watching that. It is just a 2v2 here. Toxic and Pablo. I think we're going to try and back together. Nope, but Asbo takes out Pablo. Now it is just Toxic versus Boss Jr. Let's see if we can do this. Asbo is going to be sitting in that back storefront. Watch that arcade, and Boss Jr. is going to be watching that freezer. It's going to be a better way. We see Toxic got Boss Jr. Now Asbo is trying to take out Toxic. Asbo takes out Toxic, and the round goes to Los Muchachos there.
Wow. I really did not like how Los Muchachos played that round, but they still were able to clutch it out in the end, especially with this the back and forth trades that are continuing to happen there. And the reason I don't like how they play that is because once they turn off those lights at the beginning, they all just decide to give it up. They all decide to play, let's all play storefront. I don't know, I didn't really like that because LCG was just able to push to green, get the lights control back, and put the round back into their own favor because they have more health, they have the necessary guns to fight those ranges that are in storefront. Instead, on defense, you got people playing auto shotgun, you got people playing tubs, but they're all playing in storefront. So I don't see how that's going to help you as much as just playing closer range towards that office area and actually defend those lights. You have NVGs, so why not just defend the lights a little bit at least? Make them waste some utility.
Yeah, they were waiting for them to have the feast in storefront there instead of taking the small bites they could get early.
Yeah. But yeah, Los Muchachos still able to win that out, and I really liked how LCG were able to take that storefront. They were able to get those picks, and they weren't biting too hard. They were just waiting for the defenders to push into them, which was pretty smart, especially when you're holding the long angles with those or against those shotgun players.
Mm-hmm.
But as we move into the factory, it is now 4-1 in favor of Los Muchachos. Last round. LCG has 2 charges. We'll see what they want to do with that. It seems like they want to blow the green door on the server farm, as well as that toxic red door. But as we saw last time we were on this map, we saw how deadly that window from green is on the spawn peak. Matoy made great use of it. We'll see if Los Muchachos will be doing the same. They still have the mop, and I think the attack still has the saber, if I'm not mistaken. I'm guessing
no,
not.
they don't. They lost it first round. We are actually going to see Tetra on the clacker there.
Ooh.
It's going to be a little rough.
Drop your clackers outside, folks.
I think that was from their wall charge is why. From the
Oh,
first round.
yeah.
So either way, they didn't really have that choice. They had to kind of win that or just give them a clacker. You're gonna see, yeah, so I commented earlier that they didn't bring any barbs there, or bring many barbs last round, but they actually, I think, were conserving them weirdly for this round. We see, I think a few are gonna go out. I think actually, I say that there's only one out right now in that office. I'm really surprised about seeing more. Touch is gonna be waiting on that clacker there. He's probably antsy waiting for it. They also run at MVGs a little bit as well. They might have actually saved them. Some shots go out. Nothing there. Not actually. Los Muchachos is not going to take advantage of that that window there. See the charge go. It doesn't really do anything. Matt's was a little hurt, but that's about it. And power immediately out. I think they actually are all using MVGs. Yeah, they are all using MVGs this time. Okay, so they didn't bring MVGs last time, or at least they. That's weird. I'm confused by this, but it's fine. So they're all playing in that back pipe works again. We might see a similar thing to that what they did last time, where they just kind of, hey, we're gonna fight in the main room and just not gonna take any bites in the early part of the game. It's gonna be weird. We see some shots go out, I think, from Texas Red onto Matsoy there, but nothing really connects, I don't think. Or not Matsoy, Toxic. Matsoy is actually gonna be getting in that pipe work. You see that smoke over there on Lando, and I think Lando's gonna try and silently go in and take out Tetra. We see Matsoy take out Cheese from the from that vents there, and Tetra actually managed to get Lando there, which is little rough for him having to go through that. He had the smoke there. He had the flash and just that barb. I think screwed up. You have to take a little bit of damage from that molly there onto Pipeworks, and Tetra actually keeping them out of office pretty well. Took a lot of damage on the Pablo there. That flash out, and Tetra's gonna try and get out of there. That's that molly's gonna go out. That's gonna get Tox or keep Pablo up, but Tox is gonna jump down and just take out this red instead. And we see Asbo, I think, going to try and take out Pablo there. Yep, Pablo's taken down by that. Toxic is taken down by Tetra there, and it is just Kuken and Matsboy. Matsboy trying to give some support from that fan there, but it is not going to do enough because Tetra managed to take out Kuken, and Boss managed to get Matsboy there, and the round does go to Los Muchachos.
Another dominant showing by Los Muchachos there. Even though they had a person carrying like 2 barbs on them the whole round, it didn't even look like they needed those barbs to win the round. Anyways, it was interesting. LCG had initially planned to blow the green door, as well as that toxic red door, but it seemed like they tried. Instead, they moved Matsboy with the clacker in charge towards that fan. But you didn't really need to blow the fan either, because from green you can just shoot the fan. I don't know. I think a better play for LCG there was moving Matsboy towards a similar dock blow that Los Muchachos did, where you could get control of that bottom side, where that mob can't peek the long range. But yeah, LCG were able to work both sides, the green and that toxic side, and they worked to some degree, but it didn't look like it was giving them much picks in terms of getting control of that map. But great job to Los Muchachos as they were able to sufficiently hold that factory. But now we're moving on to a new half, and we have new maps as well. And Los Muchachos will be staying on defense, as well as LCG on attack. And it seems like they want to go straight for a locker's blow, probably get control of that pillbox that will eventually lead to the site.
I mean, that is pretty much quickest path to site on this map from what I can tell, unless they want to go breeze way, basically, with that wall charge.
I hate this map. You put a red door in office. Why is there a red door in office? You have to go through like so many things to get to the site.
It's a rough decision there. But they are going to go lockers, which I think is the better play here. And really, honestly, the biggest thing that's gonna really decide this is how well are they going to try and hold that pillbox. I don't really know if they're going to try and hold it that much. It seems, I mean, we can't really tell because they haven't placed themselves yet.
We'll see someone there for sure.
If actually, we might not.
Oh.
No, Tetra's not going to be playing it.
Someone's late spawning.
Is someone late spawning? Okay, someone is late spawning. You're right. And they are going to be playing that with the Gruber.
Oh, dude.
And no barb on that either. So that's going to be. They're putting a lot of work on Boss there. He seems like he might have Gruber ganged actually.
Oh, is he AFK?
I think he is AFK. We see that charge go out. We see that flash go into lockers. No one is in lockers. Doesn't matter. We have Boss. I think is AFK, so that is not going to be a worry. That smoke just in case.
Vape room.
Another flash. 2 flashes into lockers. Not great. Tetra trying to run out and do something. Immediately taken out by Mad Soy with very quick speeds there. We see Texas going to try and run in, try and support there, but they're a little afraid of the pillbox here. But that flash going. They take out Boss without a second thought. Texas Red is waiting on there. I think it's going to actually get Mad Soy there, honestly. No, okay, they don't notice each other. They're seen through the wall. Toxic out Cheddar, and they are in that. They are in sight. We see Asbo trying to take out Kuken, but not enough. See Texas run around to take out Pablo. Kuken does take out Asbo. It is just Texas, and he's taken out, and the round goes to LCG there.
Oh, it seems like Los Muchachos didn't even ask for a pause there, even though Boss was AFK. I'm not sure what happened there, but we saw LCG blow lockers, and then we saw Tetra going through his own barb trying to contest that lockers, which I think was a big misplay there. To stay in the site, try and hold the barb that you placed for them to go through, not yourself. We saw Asbo try to go for a flank, wasn't very successful there, and we just saw LCG just completely take over that bomb site. 5-2 for Los Muchachos. I don't know that much. I feel like that round was very interesting because the Boss was just AFK and it seemed like Los Muchachos just.
Like I said, the biggest thing they needed to do is hold pillbox, but they didn't even have a barb on it, so it didn't even slow them down. And I honestly assumed Texas Red would try and jump up and get a shotgun shot on Matoy and take him out, which would have been big. That would have scared them a little bit and try and figure out where they were. But instead, they just kind of passively sat there and waited for them to get on bomb instead, when they could have done both, honestly. And since there was no contesting pillbox, there was no contesting lockers at all, except for Tetra trying to run through his own barb and just really shot himself with the foot until he was sprayed against the wall, and then Asbo trying to do something and it just didn't work out. Again, it's just didn't work. And actually, it seems like Boss is not in the game anymore. Do you see that? It doesn't show him on the
Yeah,
roster.
I think Los Muchachos are trying to advocate for a sub out. I'm not sure that's against the rules or not. Swapping a player out mid game.
I don't even know if that's actually is that possible in the system. I never thought that was possible.
Oh, you can do it now because you can rejoin. You can rejoin the
Okay.
password.
Okay, because for a while that didn't
Yeah.
used to work.
Yeah, they fixed that. I mean, if they aren't asking for a pause, then we just keep going. But yeah, it seems like Los Muchachos are playing 4v5, even the odds a little bit. Yeah, but it seems like it will be against a Rosa sub a player in mid game, so I don't know. We'll see if this will be an interesting 4v5. Oh no, it's a flashback to the last weekend.
Oh God, it's gonna be rough. Yeah. Sorry, Songbird. You brought up the weirdest games this season. We are gonna see. So it's almost hard to talk about this round at this point. Is that a kicked red door? Yeah, they kicked red door in that counting. Yeah, I think they're just gonna play a little stupid and crazy now, just to try and because they've really got to make those big plays now. And sadly, they are not going to go accounting. Instead, we're actually seeing them go entrance. See some shots going to a teller where no one is sitting right now. They are stuck in that vault, like accounting manager era. That's probably really going to play. See, as we're going to try and run around, I think managed to get the haul there for that button. Wall bang to manager, but nothing really connecting. See, Kuken still in that Lone's there waiting, and is just trying to watch. The Asbo, I think, is now aware of where he is. And he's going to get security easily. Asbo taking some big damage on the Kugan there. Damn. We see Asbo going to try and run around. I think trying to get that button there. Waiting a little bit. We see that. Oh, the vault is open. That means they can't get through that little hole there, sadly. So Pablo's going to close it. I think when he closes it, Asbo's going to try and run out and take him out. And it almost kind of worked. A lot of weird fights there. The Toxic take out Cheddar Cheese on the manager there, and Aswo does take out Pablo. That is going to be pretty helpful here. So maybe he can lock down that security, but the Arch still trying to get on him, and Lando just takes him out. So they are going to get that button, and we see Toxic and Matsoy ready to get in there. I'm going to open that button, so Matsoy and Kuken and Toxic going to try and run through and take him out. They take out Texas. Tetra is waiting with that auto shotty, and sadly where he's sitting is not actually very close to bomb, so we can just kind of defuse that. And he'd have to run to get him, but Toxic managed to also take out Tetra, and the round goes to LCG.
Yep. Interesting round there. We saw LCG blow that entrance, and they just all went through that entrance. We had actually one split to green. They're able to make. I don't know. It seemed like it could have gone either way there. As you can see, LCG have 3 people who are very low on HP. They hit the button initially, and then they decided, oh, we got Teller. Now we gotta close the door again, so Toxic can get into accounting from the top side, and that kind of worked out because you forced 2 defenders to stay in vault, while you just have to deal with the other 2 defenders outside of vault. And Asbo was able to get 1 on onto LCG, but he was quickly traded out by his comrades, and the other person accounting was just taken out. And I don't know. It was just too hard with the man disadvantage. It seemed like there. One more person could have done a lot of damage. Probably even won the round for Los Muchachos. But as we move into the last round of the split, it is now 5-3. Los Muchachos, if they're able to get just one round with a 4v5, they should be able to guarantee a tie.
Oh, wait. Oh, is this the pit I'm thinking it is? Oh, I swear. Wait, do you remember this? Wait, no, I wasn't casting with you. But I remember this pit last time. That barb specifically on that castle, I think, screwed up. It might have been Los Muchachos, or but one team, because they had to run out on this,
Yeah.
and because of that, it screwed them out. So that barb is a little dangerous if they don't go through castle, but obviously we are going to see them going through castle, so it should work out pretty well for them.
Yeah, fun fact, if you open the bridge and then place the barb on the bridge and then remove the bridge, the barb would stay in midair. And then, so if you're trying to like jump over, you'll get slowed midair and you probably fall in the pit. Something like
That's
that.
great.
But
I didn't know that. I'm not that sneaky with my tactics when I play casuals.
actually, that wouldn't even make sense though. Hmm. I mean, if they're able to get one more player for next game, they shouldn't need to forfeit. No, but it's a different second match though. But I don't know. We'll see after this game. As we move into this one, it seems like LCG going to use their last charge onto that castle and try to make their way through the castle side, which that barb will be very important, and they don't have any nades, so we'll see how they deal with
Oh, yeah,
this
they
barb.
don't. We'll have to see, yeah, what they're gonna do there. We are gonna see the mop go out here. Again, we're not gonna see them hold their initial entry point at all. Maybe like honestly, I would think maybe Azo would open that door and try and take some shots too. But we see a flash go out. And they know where they're going now. Azo, I think, is gonna try and actually be a little racing that way. We see door opens immediately. Cheese is taken out. You see a smoke in that pit. That's going to be a little rough. I hate smokes in the pit because I always worry about a fall. You see that flash go on Tetra. I think he might be... Yeah, Tetra is really messed up there. Taka is sneaking up to Tetra with an auto shot. He takes him out when he sees. Playing with his food there a little bit. And Texas is just looking at the wall, admiring the concrete. Taken out by Toxic. And Asbo taken out by Kuken. And the round goes to LCG, who lost no one. Well, okay, Toxic just killed himself. But before then, lost no one. Oh boy, that was again like they didn't play that that ench there, so they just got in with all the flashes they could and just threw them all in the pit. No one here ready, to, like in the upper ruins there, just in case to like maybe. I also figured Mop would play up in that upper ruins, but no, we didn't see that sadly.
Yeah, we just saw LCG completely go straight for that castle charge. There wasn't any waiting at all, it seems like, and no mods were prepped for that castle as well. So Los Muchachos were just losing that castle presence straight off the bat, as well as Cheese getting picked off at that castle door, which made it even harder to hold that castle in that barb as well. And then you saw there Tetra got full flash like 3 times, and then Toxic came up to him, looked at him with the auto shotgun, and just shot him. I wish he would have waited a little longer there, just waited for Tetra. He did have the mop, so he just able to shoot once and then just see who people were just looking at him. But yeah, Los Muchachos are losing their lead very steadily here as we move into the final split. 5-4.
I think LCG might be a little bit better on this. We can already see a few barbs, not lockers, and we see an angle they're drawing from Pillbox. So they are going to try and be holding Pillbox a little bit harder. They're not going to see that barb on Pillbox, which I usually kind of recommend for Pillbox, or whatever. They are going to instead be doing that, which might be better. It's just like, the only reason to say is because you literally, if you're in Pillbox, you can't rotate out. You're kind of stuck if they come in through lockers. But I think we're actually going to see them go from checkpoint into a wall charge in a brick house, which will mess them up a little bit. And because of that, oh yeah, they're listening. They moved the barb, but they're not gonna take out Pillbox with that wall charge there. So that is gonna be a bit of a problem for them, depending on how many they get to sit. And because of where they're actually blowing, if someone's sitting here in brick house, they can quickly rotate out and get into Pillbox. So that might help them pretty well. Honestly, this part you just gotta play on that Pillbox, or if you want to play in that brick house. We are going to see weirdly spread out from LC. Well, I mean, I guess it's not weird because they've been a little better about that. Los Josh is the one who's been stacking the bomb site around it a little bit. But I wonder how they're going to play with this wall charge here. I'm also surprised.
And I think it's very ill-advised. Taking club with 4 people, that's a lot of cross angles. But luckily, LCG are not playing aggressive green, which is something I also hate. But
the closest thing they got is Lando. Usually they honestly do. I'm kind of surprised they don't. They're usually pretty aggressive on those entrances. But no, they just get green for free. See 3 go in there. Lando is not doing anything. He's hanging out there. We see that wall charge go out. See, not really enough movement off that. Matsoi managed to take a bunch of damage there, but is taken out by Asbo. And Kuka managed to take out Tetra in response. Takes out Texas Red as well. And we see Asbo and Cheeseburger in that back side of Brick House. All of Pillbox is gone. And we see Lando just run behind and take out Cheeseburger. And the round goes to LCG.
Well,
it actually worked out, so they weren't playing a lot in Brick House. They were able just to collapse in on that entrance there and just really ruin Los Muchachos there.
yeah, I think the biggest thing there is like even if you do get the first part of your plan, like if you get the requirements for your first part of your plan done, you get green, you get club, you get the wall charge down. It's the other part of the plan that is the most important. They're able to get people into that brick house, but they weren't able to do what they wanted to do, it seemed like. And that was win the round. You want to have a plan for where you want to push defenders out and where you want to keep them out. And it didn't seem like they were just able to do that. They just needed to take that room first. That auto shotgun really ruined their plans after they killed 2 people. And well, you had Asbo watching that green door into sight on the bottom side. It was just too hard to cover every single door. There's 3 doors into sight as well as pillbox looking into sight. So I don't know how or what they were trying to do after that wall charge. But now it's 5-5. LCG has tied it up with Los Muchachos. And it seems like it's just going to be somewhat of a reverse sweep.
Yeah, having 4 players can do that.
Yeah.
It is very unfortunate for those judges because they were having a pretty big lead, and this losing boss there is really ruining them here. They just need to get 1 round, and they can call it at least this match here a little bit of a tie.
Oh, apparently there's some controversy around letting Boss play. Is he not on the roster?
No.
Let me see.
Not rule side, but with the team side. Don't worry.
Because of the job? Well, I mean, we've seen Los Muchachos struggle with roster last weekend as well. They had a forfeit second match, and that first match was supposed to be forfeit as well.
We don't want to get into that today.
Yeah.
let's not open some old wounds there. We are gonna see this entrance play here. We see that charge go down. Entrance is probably a bit of a safer bet. See Matsoi getting some damage on Asbo and Tetra there, and running out a little bit, putting that barb there. That's gonna be safe. See Lando ready. Lando actually has a nade. I think he might be ready to use it very soon. I think he is actually holding on to it as I say this. Yeah, he does have the nade out. I think Pin is pulled by him. No, not Pin yet. So that charge on the security door. We see that nade go out. That I don't think will meet anyone. No, doesn't do anything, and Lando doesn't even really get hurt there. So that's not too bad for him. And we see big wall bangs on Lando, or from Lando there onto Tetra there, and Cheese is hurt as they are pushing into a counting. Matsoi running back. We see Kuken take out Cheese. We see Matsoi take out Texas there. It is just Asbo and Tetra is holding on that button. We see Asbo get a nice shot into Matsoi there. It's going to be a little bit better there. And Kuken, who is also holding outside, is a little hurt, so that could be in their favor. Playing this a little bit safe though he is. And they run in on Kuken, and Kuken managed to take out Tetra. It is just Asbo, and Lando has closed the button. Now Asbo is kind of locked in there and has a lot of people looking at him. And I don't know if he can really do it. See, I'm watching this director now, taking some shots onto Lando there, and Lando is running around and kicking the red door and walking outside. Maybe a little bit of some mind games there, messing with them. Maybe toying with the opponents a little bit, because he does have to run all the way over security. But now Asma should know that no one is out there. Hopefully he knows that. And he is running, playing it a little safe again. It makes sense. He doesn't know for sure they're not out there. But he's going to press that button now, and he's going to have to run and really make it through. He does have 1 flash, and Toxic and Powell are going to be playing really close, but they do have 3 mollies. So I don't think this round is going to go well, and there is a barb there. So I don't see Asma pulling this out, and the time to get the bomb is out. It is just kill or be killed at this point, but the round will go to LCG here. It is 5-6 towards LCG.
Oh, you saw there that Los Muchachos went straight through our entrance, similar to how LCG did. They got the button pretty easily, but they just went into accounting by themselves. Or like two people went into accounting, one of them went top side, one went bottom side, but they went one by one, which was kind of troubling, especially when you're down a man. You want to make sure you're trying to not lose people when you don't really need to lose people. And that means making sure it's always a 2vx or whatever, at least someone to trade whenever you die. So then it's always somewhat at a lower level playing field. But we saw Los Muchachos going in one by one, and LCG was just able to capitalize off those picks, as well as just holding that vault with two players. It's going to be a hard end game as well, even if Los Muchachos had not lost that many players. But last round here, as we move into the dome, Los Muchachos really hit by this loss of a player, and I just don't know. I don't think they're gonna win this. It's not looking so great.
It's like I don't think they're gonna win. So
It looks like they have to eco too. They don't have any charges left, or clackers at least.
so this does. I'm just asking this. Oh yeah, they do have mop. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be rough. We see tons of barbs, and we see a molly ready on that beach, and we see a barb or not a barb, a molly or a mop is gonna be watching that beach. So this is gonna be a very, very rough push for Los Chachos. I don't think it is in the cards for them to win it, but you know, sometimes the magic comes together, and you know maybe something can happen. But right now, I don't think I see any magicians.
Yep. Man, it's kind of a shame. Like 2 weekends in a row.
I mean, that's honestly that's one of the hardest parts about DPL in general is keeping a team, like, because obviously this is something we do for fun all the time. So
Yeah.
keeping people who have very busy schedules together on a team is very difficult. I've dealt with that myself. Is trying to field players sometimes isn't always the easiest thing, even if you are, and then you have to actually get in and play well as well. So there's a lot of factors that go into actually managing a team and keeping a DPL team alive here. But we are going to see this flash go, or no, flash go. Molly go out there with that smoke. We see Mats take a bunch of damage on Cheese and actually take out Cheese. We see a shot from Tetra there, or not from Tetra, from Lando, and it did not do much. The Tetra is actually in and talked him in to take out Asbo from that castle there. Tetra is waiting on Matsoy, and Matsoy is taken out by Tetra. Tetra taking a lot of licks from there, and he is stuck there with that Molly. He can try and move up in there into that castle, but it's going to be a little difficult as Toxic and Pablo are waiting, itching to put bullets in him. And we see Texas, I think he's trying to see what he can do here. All of them are a little bit confused with what to do. I think he's going to try and pick up that Saber there, who I think was on, yep, Asbo, so he is taking up that Saber. Lando a little bit hurt, so it wouldn't be that bad to try and take out with Saber. And he's taking some shots, I think, on the castle there. Yep, some shots in that castle window, not really meeting anyone. Tetra's going to try and run around. That is going to be good because that's going to be him covering him from castle. And Tetra is going to be in that side and is taken out by Lando, sadly, and is just Texas Red versus 4 of LCG. And Mop is itching to hit him. And see Pablo taking some shots at that door. And Toxic trying to jump peek over that window there. Lots of shots on him. Texas is not dead. He refuses to die. And dancing around Lando there, having a little bit of I'm not sure, say a friendly little thing there, but I think the defenders are actually arresting the attacker. No, and they do manage to take out Lando there, or Texas there, and the round does go to, and the game does go to LCG there, so that's one of the series towards LCG.
Yeah,
that was a little bit of a weird one there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the last round is just... Yeah, the last round, I don't know. It was just... They just went through Beach. They kept getting shot at by Mop. We got Matt Toy playing super aggressive, as he should. And... I don't know. That was a... Lost Muchacho just... I guess is unlucky.
Mm-hmm. It's just, yeah, that loss of a player really just kind of set the scene for the rest of it. It was not going to go very well from there. And LCG. Part of me, it's very hard to congratulate LCG here, as in like being like, oh, they did this because it's just like it's a 45. It's very hard to really tell exactly that they were doing what exactly worked and wasn't, because they had an inherent advantage the entire time. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna see.
Well, we're waiting as we get more information on what the situation is, but it is kind of struggling
Watching the
to.
coordination chat here.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah, we're just trying to see if we can get any updates on what's happening here. They have not asked for a break at this current point. We do not know if they currently have 5. It does seem like they will have 5, from what I can tell, at least on the actual squad screen. But yeah, they're allowed. What I just meant is just like exactly what we're doing here. But yeah, so we should hopefully get another match in here pretty soon. We're just waiting to see. Like I said, they've not asked for a break at this current point. We don't know.
I mean,
exactly
we should probably move to break. I don't think there's much we can do.
Yeah, at this point,
we can talk about that game still if we want, but no, we could probably just switch to break here.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks. Probably 5-minute break as we get this sorted out. We'll probably come back. If it's a forfeit, we'll tell y'all. But thanks for watching so far. As it's been me, Sig Gamer, and on production we have Songbird. And we'll see y'all later.
We'll be back. All right, we're back here because they decided to queue instead of taking a break here, which is it is kind of up to their discretion a little bit. So whatever. But we are getting into this match here again. This is the second game of Los Muchachos versus LCG here. The series currently is 1 towards LCG and 0 towards Los Muchachos, because they did have a 4v5 situation going on there, but they do have 5 players now, and we are ready to see how these two teams are going to attack each other.
Yeah, and now they got a new player, another player, and I think it's Dr. Candy as their substitute for Boss.
I think we're actually also seeing a sub on LCG there with the Rosebud.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens as these changes will take into place. Surely, Los Muchachos will have a newfound morale after that last match.
We're having again some time difficulties with the proper person able to join the game. I don't really know why that is.
I recommend just keep refreshing and then press spectate once, and then if nothing happens, then okay.
We are gonna see something that is one of my favorite things about spectating, is right when you see on servers there the barb and the nade right on the barb. That's always my favorite thing. And so you just see two teams know exactly what the other one's gonna do there. I love that. We are gonna see, I think, a server's green push here from LCG, who is gonna be attacking with Los Muchachos defending here.
Yeah, and we'll see the bomb is in the big area. But usually you'll see it in no man's land, but this time it's outside no man's land, and that no man's land acts as like a sort of how do I say it, like a side door or a side room right next to the bomb. Perfect for hiding in, it seems, for the defender, but I don't know if they're going to be actually utilizing that. But we will be seeing a mop coming out from defending, as well as a saber coming out from the attacker side, so this will be a high cost round for both teams. And will they be able to make use of it? I do not know. But we see LCG coming towards that server, and we'll see what they're able to do.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised we are going to see that exact barb on that first server door there, because none of them are really watching it. At most, it's just to make them waste that that nade there. Or we are going to see Cheese try and
the nade didn't work.
Oh, the nade failed. So Cheese is going to try and wallbang that to keep them out of there, which should be actually a pretty good idea. But 2 flashes out. So 2 really good flashes, 1 to that boiler and 1 into that, oh god, I guess the factory floor there. So they're moving in. The power is out. I don't know why the power is out, but they've decided to do that. We see Cheese run around and take out Toxic and deal a lot of damage on Matzo and Lando there, but is taken out by Kukan there. And we see Rosebud get into that boiler and turn power back on. We see a smoke in that boiler that's going to let them get in there. No one is watching that boiler right now, so smoke isn't going to do as much as they were really hoping, but it's just a precautionary measure. There is a barb on that office door. If they just had another nade, if they saved that nade, considering the nade didn't even do anything. And we see a giant, or I don't think it actually connected. No, we did see a mob shot onto hopefully Lando there, but it did end up missing. Matzo managed to take out Dr. Candy in that office. Asbo was waiting for them to get in. None of them are checking that corner. Matzo and Rosebud completely unaware Asbo was there, and Texas Red is trying to run into and do. Asbo runs around and takes out Rosebud and is unaware of Matzo actually, and Matzo managed to take out Asbo instead. And it is just Texas Red hiding in that server, is ready with Lando there. And he's going to try and run out Lando, and Lando doesn't take out Texas Red, and the round will go to LCG. That was a weird play in that office. Neither of them really knew where each other were, and that servers was... Oh god, that was a really weird round.
Yeah, so apologies. You guys are stuck on my cam for a bit as we wait for production to get in. You probably won't hear any game sound. Just be me moving my camera. But anyways, we saw that LCG take the servers. Even though the nade failed, they're still able to get into that service control as well as getting towards that boiler and then getting into office. It doesn't even seem like the defenders are even playing off the barbs they are placing. They have a barb placed on servers, but they didn't even really use it at all. I saw some knack wallbangs go through, but the knack wallbang was kind of inconsistent. They were just throwing the shots in that general direction. It didn't even seem like they have a ping on that door. If you want a really good knack wallbang, you make sure you have a ping on that door and you stay in one spot and you spray towards that ping. Anyways, we saw LCG, they take office, they're able to take down Tetra because Asbo let them through. Asbo was able to get one of them, but it's quickly traded out. And then on the other side, we just saw defenders pushing towards that server farm, even though they already had the attackers already had server farm, which was not very recommendable. We saw Cheese get a kill, but then he got stuck in there, gets flashed, gets taken out. Not very great, but good round for LCG there as they're able to take that round. But as we move into the second round here on Bank, we'll be seeing a very interesting vault. Cuts off a lot of angles when opened. What do you think about it, Sick Gamer?
I mean, Vault. I don't personally like playing in Vault, but I mean, I think it's going to be incredibly important here because I think we're seeing that Muchachos here are not really going to be playing that security there very much. They're kind of just gonna. I mean, they do have a barb there, but I'm not really sure. Considering as we've seen them not really play on those barbs, I'm not sure how well they're actually gonna try and hold that. It is a really small security, and you could just throw a flash to that little teller. I don't even know what to call it. It's like a teller hole is what I call it. There into security. So it does make sense they're not going to play it. Hopefully maybe a knack on there would be the best. But the actual vault there, we're going to see, like I think you said, we're going to see a lot there with that. Yeah, we're like majority of the lines. Like 10 different things. So we'll see them. All right, we see Songbird has gone in. So should hopefully have that up for you soon. Yeah, we're just going to see this entrance play, which is pretty classic for a bank in general.
Oh, I hate the map devs brought back the red door vent, which is
wow.
You see that on the left?
I didn't realize that.
Blow the vent and to get in. I think that's so kind of dumb because you have to use a charge to get through there, and then you have to drop down onto a vent, which is kind of bad choke. But yeah.
The Molly immediately go on that entrance. The beautiful Molly from Dr. Candy, who does take a lot of damage for it. I don't know if it's entirely worth it because just kept him out for a little bit. We see some shots there, some wall bangs. I think from Cheese trying to get in there. And we see Toxic ready on that door. I think Tetra ready to take him out. They are going to be contesting that button a little bit more than I expected. A lot of shots go out. Lando does take out Dr. Candy, so that teller is forfeit there. We see them, Rosebud managed to get in and take out Tetra. Cheese is trying to see what he can do there with those wall bangs. And we see, Asbo is actually in the back there. Managed to take out Lando. I don't think they noticed him. I didn't notice him. We see Asbo, I think, going to try and take out Kukan as well, but he is going to get shot from 3 different angles there, which is very rough. Oh, Rosebud's going to try and see if he can get into that. No, did not manage to get into that vault from that button there. Sadly, that Barb is there. We see Texas Red going to try and rotate around and see what he can do there. We see that, I think that made in security there, and Texas Red does manage to take out Rosebud there, and she's going to just try and run and take him out. Matoy is going to try and I think get in it. No, he is actually going to be playing it a little bit safer. Instead, he is not ready to go in there. We see a Molly go out by Texas Red. I think he thinks someone is in the vault, but that is not what's happening, sadly. And Cheese is just closing the vault again. Playing a little bit of just messing with that button, basically. Texas Red's going to try and hold that down a little bit. LCG kind of stuck in that teller there. They're not really moving around a lot, but we see... Oh, they have 2 flashes. They can totally flash. Oh, Kukan managed to go around and take out Matoy, or not Matoy. Takes out... we see Kukan, and Matoy takes out Texas Red, and now he has the button open. He's got to get there. I think he'll be able to get in there in time, so this round should go to LCG. But that was a weird round there. They played a lot of ring around the rosy there with with that button. I'm honestly surprised because both of them, as soon as they got it, like immediately lost it right after. I don't know if they just decided not to hold it. I'm genuinely surprised how they played that. I don't really know if that was the best way, but I guess one of these teams has to win this round, so it went to LCG.
Coin flip. But that was interesting. That was interesting. Like that round focused a lot on that button pressing because I think that button got pressed like at least 5 times there. That's a lot more than I usually see. But I think the biggest thing of that round is like how the attackers were pushing into that lobby and how the defenders were kind of reacting towards that. The attackers they hit the button super early. They got into entrance lobby, take the button, and they didn't even they got there so fast. They didn't even check for like rats or anything. And Asbo was able to get 1-for-1 with a tub, and he's been playing it in the wide open the whole time. And mainly because of that smoke that landed sort of in the middle of the lobby there, that gave him sort of like cover to hide in.
I think Asbo, a lot of shotgun players are all known for hiding in smokes. You got to be careful of those smokes, boys.
Yeah, and then I don't know. We just saw back and forth and. Eventually, it all ended up in that security ring. Like,
I was joking earlier, like, oh yeah, no, they're probably not gonna play as much. You know, it's kind of small room. They're not, they didn't really play at bars, but like all the action happened there.
Yeah,
that was like, really funny.
Main part, yeah. But as we move to this final round of the split, we'll be on Kill House and. It seems like LCG will be going for that club blow, as well as that double charge into the lockers part. That seems interesting because you have to crouch through that to get into sight. Hopefully there's nothing wrong.
Oh, you do have to crouch that. Oh yeah, it's stage 1. Oh god, it's been so long since I've seen a stage wall charge. I miss it. I just want to play this game, man.
In Los Muchachos, it seems like a common thing. They're just gonna give it all up. It seems like with the bar placement at the backstage door, probably not expecting this wall charge as much.
Yeah, we are gonna set double charge. So usually, if you double charge, you get the round. So that does look good. But yeah, especially because they are gonna get through club and stage free. Oh, Azo might try and play in that reception area, so they might have a little bit of problems there. Oh no, he is rotating. No, I think he's gonna try and watch that club a little bit. He might be the closest one to start getting at that. So, and I'm kind of interested to see how. Again, I'm really surprised with this. Like, Los just takes every everything with them, and then they never use half of them. Don't really know what they're doing there. That wall charge go out, does not take out anyone. It might take out Tetra. Oh, the volley onto Tetra there from one of the team members. That is gonna be really rough for their auto shotty boy there. Do some shots go out. I think Tetra takes a little bit of damage there. Asbo, I'm surprised Asbo is taking more damage for where he is, because I feel like the shots have been going around him. Yeah, no, he's starting to take some damage. Texas Red's gonna try and open that door and see if he can maybe catch one of them not looking, I think. We are seeing some flashes going to lockers, and we see Lando and Toxic moving to lockers. Tons of flashes through. She's immediately taken out by Lando there, and Matsuo takes out Tetra. Dr. Candy takes out Matsuo. Az takes out Rosebud, and Dr. Candy takes out Lando. It is just Kuken and Toxic on there, and they're taking some wallbangs to Molly onto that. That's actually going to keep Dr. Candy away from getting that bomb, and it does keep them off the model a little bit. They were a little bit ballsy. They could try and go for that still. We see Texas Red's going to try and rotate in, and Kuken just says nope and takes it out. Toxic managed to take out both of them while really hurt. I was going to say Toxic is kind of hurt. I don't know if he take it, but the round does go to LCG there. Honestly, I joked about them not using their util, and then they used their util, and then it actually, I think, screwed them over a little bit more than they really expected there. With those mollies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I counted, and there are 10 rooms in this map, and four of the defenders are in 2 of them. I think the biggest problem there for Los Muchachos is like they need to spread out more. They need to not give up stuff so easily, and they need to late barb. They use 2 barbs right off the bat there, and it just trapped them inside those 2 rooms. And basically, one flash could just completely take 1 room. So I think Los Muchachos definitely need to switch up their defense game there, as LCG just got club and backstage for free. It wasn't until later we saw 2 defenders were able to come from the back, and they got 1 kill. That's good, but it was way too late, as LCG had already taken control of the bomb site, which is the most important room of the map. Not very great for Los Muchachos there. Hopefully they were able to bring it back on attack here as we move into the second split. LCG will be on defense, and previously we saw here that LCG just went through green, and I don't think they used any charges at all. And I don't know, we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, last time they just brought a nade that didn't blow up the bar.
Yeah. They didn't even blow up the bar with the nade, it just went in, and anyways.
Yeah. We are going to see some charges here instead. We're going to see I think, is that a fan boiler split there? Which is the worst, but I mean, that's
going to
nice
hit lights, is
yeah.
what I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's why they're going boiler, I'm assuming, so they can get in that fan cheap. I mean, they're going to barb that office. That makes sense. That is a really good barb. You just have to play it, unlike they didn't. Well, LCG wasn't defending, but Los Muchachos was defending that, and they didn't play out that barb really. I'm generally shocked because I feel like Los Muchachos was doing pretty good at the start. Then they lost boss, and then now I feel like I don't know if LCG has gotten better or if Los Muchachos has gotten worse during this time. I'm not sure.
I think there's a lot of factors at play here. I mean, LCG, they got Rosebud, but I don't think Rosebud is too much of a factor here. But Los Muchachos, they got Dr. Candy. It seems like Dr. Candy is just following what the plans are, which kind of makes it hard to shine out as an individual player.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we're going to see a tub, and I think that's another common factor of this matchup. Is I've seen both LCG and Los Muchachos always bring a tub on defense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. They have someone on the tub on every round.
I love it. I'm always repping the tub if I can. We see that smoke on there. Afraid of that window, definitely. I'm honestly surprised we saw a smoke there, but yeah, no, I mean that makes sense. They do play those aggressive greens usually, so see Asbo right down there. Toxic is itching with that shotgun. He can probably, Asbo could probably hear Toxic there unless he's slow walking. We see that charge gun on Boiler. Flash in, no one is there, so it doesn't really mean anyone. Matoy is, I think, getting some wall bangs there a little bit. Toxic taking a little bit of damage there as well. I think, yeah, he got some wall bangs with the Dr. Candy there. Toxic around, take out Dr. Candy, and power is out. And we see Lando take out Cheeseburger, but Texas does manage to take out Toxic, and Tetra does manage to take out Lando. We see Matoy again trying to get some wall banks, but no one is there, so nothing is connecting. It's actually... LCG kind of holding this pretty alright. We see Tetra sneaking in, and I think we see is that Kuken? Yeah, Kuken ready. Nope! I was wrong. Tetra takes out Kuken. Okay, so Matoy is locking off that barb there with that molly. It's going to be good. Az is going to try and rotate around. Having Tetra on the back half with that saber is really strong there, and Matoy knows about it. He's been told about it, so he's looking around there. See a flash go out. Doesn't really... I think that may have flashed Rose. I'm not sure. But Matoy is ready for Texas Red there. Az was running in as well with Tetra. That's going to be a good idea. I think they're going to start playing together here. Rosebud, or he's actually running under there. I don't think Rosebud can see him. Matoy unaware and is taken out by Aswo there. And Rosebud taken out by Tetra. And the round actually goes to the Muchachos. Honestly, I thought LCG would take that because at first, you know, those wall bangs and actually Toxic doing a lot more than just like dying. He actually managed, or on that server there, actually managed to take out Dr. Candy. Wasn't bad. Confirming that kill, and Lando getting some big damage there, but actually I think Los Muchachos played really well together there. They were moving and they were pinching really well, so the round does go to Los Muchachos.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing there is like not losing morale because they lost 2 people at the beginning. We got Toxic killing Dr. Candy, Lando killing Cheeseburger. Even though they're down 2 players, Los Muchachos still were able to push it out and get those trades. We saw Tetra able to trade Cheese right off the bat with the Saber and able to just slowly move up that bottom side of the map. And I'm surprised defenders even punished them, mainly because it was the lights out. Defenders usually play a lot more passive when the lights are out. That might be a problem because they just let Tetra push all the way up, clear those corners, and he's able to take down another person. And then that eventually just led to Los Muchachos just completely getting map control and just getting that bomb and then holding off that office as the defenders just staring into the darkness. But yeah, Los Muchachos able to get their first round there, and we are back on this bank with the interesting vault. It seems like they actually want to do the vent, or they changed their mind. I would think that's a good change.
Yeah, we're gonna see that entrance blow. I think that helped out pretty well that first. I honestly think it's probably the best blow on this if you're gonna use a charge, just go entrance. I think, um, uh, they might have changed their mind again. Okay, I think they might just be messing with the casters right now. At least I hope so. I really don't want. Okay, they're blowing.
I mean,
something.
it could work. I mean, you could probably. I don't even think LCG really think it's going to happen. So.
I mean, if that's
but you still need to
anything
get the
works,
button.
they don't expect it.
Oh, they're gonna double charge.
Oh, okay. That's gonna.
Then they had the eco kill house, which is gonna be interesting.
I'm not entirely sure where they want to do that, but I don't even think that kill house have a good green. I guess it didn't have a bad.
It's okay.
But I mean, like even if it has a good green, if your enemy knows you can only go green, that is a pretty rough fight no matter what. The only time I would say that's even like maybe worth it is like Dome when there's a beach, but even then it's still kind of rough to go through. But we are gonna see a double charge here. We're gonna see, so I think 2 play in the vault there, or maybe just 1. We see that nade immediately get put on that bar they just placed there, so that works. Yeah, we're gonna see Matsoy playing there with the knack. I'm surprised we're not gonna see the knack and counting. I think it's a better idea just to kind of keep them out of that security. It works pretty well, but we're gonna see. I think they're just gonna be playing a little bit more aggressive with Lando and Toxic there. We see that charge go out, some shots go out, nothing really connecting. We see that flash go in, and Cheese and Asbo are in. Cheese is already in security, already opening the button there. Lando is not doing much here. I see that Molly go out. That is gonna keep Cheese in there, taking a lot of damage. So that charge go out onto that vent there. Toxic is ready for that. And we see Asbo and that Teller opening the door and gets taken out by Kuken. And Tetra managed to take out Rosebud, and Toxic managed to get the trade back, and Cheeseburger managed to take out Kuken there as well. We see Dr. Candy and Texas running in. Dr. Candy take out Toxic. They have all that Teller. We see that Molly or that nade go out, my mistake. And Lando needs to run around and maybe help out his team there. But otherwise, it is going to be Matsoy alone. Oh no, the door is closed, so that actually does help very well. That's going to take the heat off of Matsoy there. Dr. Candy's going to try and take out Matsoy on his own, and does manage to do it. So Dr. Candy is on button, or is on bomb, so they can't close that button, or else he's not going to be able to do anything. Lando gets taken out by Texas, and the round goes to Los Muchachos actually pretty well together. That they did genuinely really well.
Yeah, well, I have no clue what happened, but my game froze, and then I went back to the main lobby for some reason, and then I had to press spectate again, but I'm back now. It seems like the vents did work. I think it seems like Tetra killed Rosebud down the hall, but he then got traded. But it seems like the biggest problem there is that LCG, we have 3 bodies right outside that vault door, and usually you want to see dead bodies in the vault himself, because then you can hold angles and you know exactly where they're going to come from. But when you're holding it right outside that vault door, you can possibly, or you're playing too close and you could let them go through to the vault. Especially when that vault is closed, you have to fight those angles into the lobby, which you don't usually want to do. You want to make them come towards you, usually, and you don't want to be confronting them at the longer ranges where attackers have advantage. But yeah, it seems like there's less of a involvement towards that button, more fighting towards the vault itself, which was a lot different than that last run we saw. But now, as we move into the final round of the half, Los Muchachos able to get another round, and will they be able to tie it up on this one? We'll see, as this will be their final attacking round of this half. Of course, they will have another 3 after this, but they will have to eco this. So let's see if LCG knows. It seems like they do have these 2 bars already set, and it seems like they do know they have to eco. They're doing their macro. Let's go.
Yeah, they are ready for that. Why are they? Oh wait, is that? I'm just looking at this club drawing here. Are they gonna try and kick that down and do something there, or what?
Maybe I have no clue what these lines mean.
It looks like a message from some ancient
Shit.
civilization or something.
Caveman drawing on
Yes.
the wall. But I would. That's fine. That would be interesting to see though. Is a run out from club.
I think we might see something at least that way. We're gonna see the or not the wall charge. We're gonna see the auto shot here, and they are gonna be bringing Saber. I think. Yeah, they are gonna try and bring Saber. That's probably not the worst idea for trying to clear that reception. But I mean, this is a very close quarters map, so I don't know exactly how much he's gonna get. We are seeing, yeah, we're gonna see them split this way, go top and bottom on that reception. Probably a better idea. And we see Matzo trying to do some damage there, and does get a little damage on Texas Red, actually. And Rosebud trying to get some damage. There's a lot of damage on Dr. Candy, so they're going to be chewed up a little bit before they get in there. A mop shot? I didn't even see they brought the mop. Okay. That's going to be rough. See them get into that brick house. And we see, oh, Toxic managed to take out Cheese area there. And now it is just Rosebud. We see that that Molly there trying to keep them out of that brick, or out of that pillbox of brick house. That's going to be pretty well. And we see Matzoy again take out Tetra as well. And we see Rosebud taking out Texas. Nope, actually, the Texas Red managed to take out Rosebud. They do have pillbox there. Orlando getting a cheeky wallbang onto Dr. Candy there, taking him out. It is just Asmo and Texas Red here versus the rest of LCG. We see tons of shots. Asmo taken out by Matzoy. And now it is just Texas Red versus 4 of LCG. I don't know if he can do it. He does have a nade here, so we can get rid of that bar that might help him out there. He's trying to play this a little safe and is getting the pillbox trying to take out Lando. Molly goes out on there, and Toxic running in with, I think, a pistol there, hopefully, not just the mop on Texas Red, and does manage to kill him there. They're playing a little bit ballsy. They know it was a 4v1, now it's a 3v1, so they're going to be a little bit riskier than they probably should. The Texas Red running the wrong way there, I think, trying to clear that angle, getting in the kitchen there, hopefully. And opening that red door. Playing maybe a little bit too safe here, because he's running out of time. He has a little bit he needs to do. Maybe he's trying to hopefully make them impatient. Some shotgun shots to that wall there. Texas Red opens that door, I think, with the shorty shotty. Taking some big damage from Matzoy there. He is very low here. This is not looking good for Texas Red here. Shooting through, trying to get some wall bangs, trying to get something, but I don't think he has enough time or resources or teammates to really pull anything off here, so he is just running out. Oh, he actually is getting flanked by, he was at his Lando, and Lando runs around, takes him out, confirms the round for LCG.
What is he doing? It's 17 seconds left. He's running away from the bomb the last round.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, I think it was kind of concerning that Los Muchachos, they had a nade, but they decided not to use it, and they just, like, he didn't use it till the last person was alive. Saw Dr. Candy going through that barb, gets wallbanged because of it, and we saw Asmuk went through that barb as well. And you don't need to take those risks. When you have a nade, just use the nade, try and get that, you make it through early game and see if you can play the late game. But big mistakes there on Los Muchachos. That eco was, I mean, it was looking good because LCG wasn't playing nearly as hard as I thought they would onto that green. They, in fact, just barbed off the brick house early, even though they could have just barbed the reception into brick door, but they didn't do that. But anyways, LCG now lead the game 4-2. New half, new maps. And we're starting off on a C-start. Bombs right in the middle of storefront. The storefront's less divided here. We just have sort of a big open area here. A lot of little shoving covers, but not too dividing, it seems.
We're gonna see. We are gonna see a standard storefront wall charge, which makes sense. We're gonna see. What is that? I'm sorry. Hang on. Okay, no, there is little bags there. Okay, I was like, what is that Barb and Freezer doing? Because I didn't see the bags on the right there. So I was like, can't they just run past it? What am I talking? Or what is that? But no, they can go to that. See, a barb in that bathroom. There's some weird barbs, except for that storefront one that's gonna be very important there. They are gonna be. Oh, actually. Oh, they changed their mind. They're actually. Oh God, I've tried that before. Oh, I've tried the Shed arcade to tell her to open up storefront before, and that in casuals, and that doesn't seem to usually go well for me. They are going to be going Freezer instead with another charge wall. Another wall. They're having a few discussions of where they want to go right now.
Um, it seems like they don't want to spend too much, but they are constantly put in this position where they want to use 2 charges.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't use a wall charge that office. Please don't. Please don't. It's not worth it. Don't take the wall charge. No, you don't need the wall charge, man. Just take 1 charge, please. I know they can't hear me, but God, I wish they could. Actually, probably not. I've said many mean things today. I don't want them to hear me.
Oh, they got Tub. Oh, see another Tub. Out from Toxic. Double shotgun for Los Muchachos.
They're taking, so they're taking 2 charges and they have 2 clackers. So that door charge come out in that freezer there.
They have all 3 charges.
They have all 3. Oh God, oh, Toxic takes on Dr. Candy. That freezer push is immediately dead. Unless, jeez, let's go through it. We see that Molly keeps them out of that arcade. Matoy's ready. We see, I think that's a nade actually on Matoy. Oh, Matoy just gonna run through and take out Texas Red instead. Toxic takes out Cheeseburger, and Tetra may take out Matoy there. It is just Tetra and Asbo. Asbo is in that bathroom right now, waiting around for Toxic, I think, to try and mess him up a little bit. Tetra takes a lick into office, then gets shot a little bit by Rosebud there. You see Toxic taking a little bit of damage. Next, we see that wall charge go out. Tetra trying to run through, immediately taken out by Rosebud, sadly, and Asbo to take out by Toxic, and the round goes to LCG.
I think that was a good round of, even though you have more resources, that does not always mean you're going to win the round. Even if they use 3, even if you use 3 charges and a clacker, that doesn't, like, you still have to put thought behind your plan. Assuming that blowing these things will win you the round doesn't always work. You have to make sure that people know what they're doing and people are playing smart. And I think one of the biggest problems there was Dr. Koenig went into Freezer before all the breaches were down. That he had no support from his teammates and just went in Freezer by himself. He just picks off. And then all the other times we saw Tetra use the wall charge. I mean, that was fine. But having using a flash to follow up on that wall charge would have been great too, instead of just trying to push in and get a quick pick off of a wall charge. But I don't know. We're moving into this next round. Attackers have no charges, no shotguns. They're just gonna go, and I think LCG would just take this 2-0.
I almost want to sit in the call that they're in right now, talking about how they're gonna play these rounds, because I don't think I've ever really seen a team at at half start, I guess, because it's the just decide to take all of their util and throw it in the water and just lose that round.
If they had 6 points, I could understand it.
Yeah, but they have 2. Might be. I mean, 6 is divisible by 2, but they're not the same number, sadly. Oh God. Oh God. I don't really. I'm just shocked, honestly, by that decision by Los Muchachos, but I don't know. We're gonna see them go green, obviously, and I think LCG knows that. Actually, they might not, because there's a molly on that red door in the back of jungle. I don't know if you see that.
Matoy does not.
Matoy has not gotten the memo, sadly. Oh, God. God, this is not gonna go well. This is gonna be really rough.
I mean, even do they should know, but even if they do know, why is Rosebud playing by himself? Like, I don't know.
With a knack there too.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's not the greatest stack base, just because it's, you know, they've got the there's not really like a lot of good like places that are safe to shoot from.
They don't know.
Really ratting.
They actually don't know. I think they still think they have charges.
I think you're right, which is a little bit concerning. I'd assume they wouldn't, and that they would know, but I don't know. We see some shots go out. Just Dr. Candy trying to clear some corners, shooting through that pit there. We see that flash go. Doc's gonna run in with the shotgun, misses, and then gets some damage in, and doesn't get much actually. I think he maybe hit Tetra a little bit, but not enough. see Aslo gonna run around. Rosebud trying to... Oh, Rosebud managed to take out Aslo there. They now know where Rosebud is. We got Molly going on there. Rosebud taking out Dr. Candy. Nope, he's not taken out yet. Okay, I maybe called that a little bit early. Rosebud sneaking in on Dr. Candy, but just taken out by Dr. Candy. Matsoy runs out after Rosebud's death, and Dr. Candy takes him out. What are LCG doing here? They're taking these 1v1s. They should have had Matsoy run out earlier with Rosebud trying to take them out, but I don't know what's happening here. We see Lando trying to see what he can get done in that pit with Dukan going to try and support him. Lando managed to take out Cheeseburger. That's going to be really good for them. Texas going to run in afterwards, ready to watch Lando there, but Lando's going to rotate into the castle. It's going to be a better idea. Actually, Lando's going to rotate over to that button there, or to the power there, which is going to be really good because they're actually going to be watching that a little bit. They cannot open that castle. I kind of forgot that. See that flash go out. We see a Molly go out, and immediately Succession's going to be stuck there. Dr. Candy's going to be running around. Rando's got to be really careful for that because he might get shot in the back. He does have a knack, though. It's not that scary. And nope, I'm lying. Dr. Candy managed to get Lando. It is just Kuken on the bomb here. At least 2 of them are hurt, so this could go okay for him. But, oh, he's playing a little rough on that. We see that flash go out. He's going to get shot from behind, and Tetra does manage to take him out. And the round goes to Los Muchachos? Why? Why is this happening? What are these teams doing? Why is...
It's a game of throws.
How did either team win that round?
I don't know.
What is...
I mean, biggest problem with LCG there, just came out one by one. Rosebud playing by himself. Toxic came out by himself. That's what... Or... Wait.
I refuse to believe any of this is not intentional. I am shocked by the performance by either of these teams. I don't... Listen.
And I mean, they both play for fun.
You're right, but jeez. Oh God. I can't... I'm just shocked. Like this was in my mind. Like, yeah, LCG gets these next few rounds and the game will go to LCG. But they completely flubbed that round. No other sense of the word there, and I'm just shocked. I think they are just having fun because they're putting like 7 barbs on the server farm there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I actually do Los Muchachos have a nade? I don't actually know. Cause they threw 1 before. I don't know if they threw 2. Oh God, this match will kill me. I will be dead by the end of this match. I swear. That is a guarantee. This is gonna start my drinking problem. Hey, do you need me next game? Well, you better keep me happy then. No. Jesus, I'm just... Anything you want to say, Akazo?
Man, I don't know. It's just like... I don't know. I don't want to be too mean, but like I like casting games where it feels like both teams are trying to win, but it feels like this is not that type of game.
What's next game? GB versus YY? Okay,
yeah.
That'll be a good one.
But yeah, as we see, LCG, they have a hard green hold coming here as they realize they are forced green, which isn't a bad idea, but concentrating on these barbs into one spot might be a bad idea, as one nade can take them all out.
We are not actually going to see a nade from Los Muchachos there, so it might not really be too much of a worry. Are they going to try and throw a molly out through that storage window? I think that's what that is supposed to be. Either that or maybe a jump shot, but I'm thinking
truck gun would kill it though.
Yeah, that's the thing I was thinking. Yeah, that's like 3 barbs on that door. That makes sense. We see that smoke go out. Those are good smokes, but it's not actually gonna help them out that much because Matsoy is gonna take out Cheeseburger there. Lots of damage on actually not too much on Los Muchachos there. A little bit on Tetra, but they did kill someone there. But Matsoy and Toxic are really hurt from those windows. And Dark Candy takes on Matsoy, and as well managed to take out Kuken. They really just need to play this safe and just keep those mollies. Oh, that is a little bit of a... they've kind of wasted a lot of their mollies there a little bit. They should have been waiting for a little more of those flash. Flash goes out onto Rosebud there, and now only Lando has that molly left. And they're just going to be able to get in there pretty free, I think, with those flashes they got. Tex is going to try and move in. We see a flash go out. Rosebud is going to try and run around and see him take out. Gets taken out by Dr. Candy, and Toxic is taken out by Tetra. Are you kidding me? Okay. Lando is waiting on that barb. It's auto shotty.
They're not coming.
Going the... Lando's running around in that pipeworks area. Managed to take out Asbo, take out Tetra, and gets taken out by Dr. Candy in the round. Goes Los Muchachos.
Upper League, baby.
You're watching the death of me is what you're watching. I don't think I've ever been more upset by a round or a match or anything really.
I mean, if LCG wants to give it to them, I guess they can. But biggest thing there is like they were holding server farm pretty well. They got an initial pick. Okay, back up then. Try to play a spots where you can actually rotate out if they start
just
flashing.
play those mollies, try and kill those flashes, and then just rotate back. That's all you really need to do there. And they wasted those mollies way too quick. We saw 2 of them land right next to each other, and you don't need 2. I'm assuming that was miscommunication actually, but and then we had the person who was going to be standing back and waiting for them to come for them was having a molly ready, and that was not a good idea. The molly should have been on people who were in the room at the very least. So I don't know how to feel about this.
New last split of the game. LCG still in the lead, 5-4. Similar to what similar to the last game where Los Muchachos was 5-4, but we know how that one ended out. We'll see what happens this game as LCG are beginning to lose their lead. And Los Muchachos now on defense, and we're back on the C-Store. And it looks like 4 barbs have been placed on the map. Maybe we'll see them going to office, I don't know. But LCG seem like they want to just go for a standard wall charge play. And we'll see how Los Muchachos deal with that.
Have they written a list? Are they writing a tier list? Oh no, I think they're lighting
their roster right now. I think he just wrote the roster.
I decided to look away for the moment to look at chat on the Twitch, and I come back to more utility I've ever seen on a bomb. Okay, now they're removing all that. That makes more sense, but Jesus. I'm just so broken at this point. I don't really know what's happening here. It's just kind of happening. We are going to see that classic storefront wall charge, and we're going to see those that's a good barb on storefront there. We're not going to see, I don't think any or real barbs are going to meet with anyone. No, just that barb. I think maybe a second one in there. So we're seeing a draw. No. Oh. Maybe like a reaction after that goes out. As we open that door there. See that storage door. Okay, so that's where they're gonna do something. Some door bangs through, but nothing really, because no one's in those windows. Mattsoy trying to see what he can do there, but nothing. So that wall charge go out. All right, let's see that. We see the molly go out. It's a little bit of not the great molly. Oh, Azo runs around and actually takes out Lando there. That's not bad. Texas Red is fighting Toxic there, but actually almost screwed over by that nade there. That is going to be a little scary for LCG because they don't have that nade. Oh, no one is watching Kuken there. Kuken's just diffusing. Oh, we see Tetra get in and take out Kuken there. We see Asbo trying to run around and take out Rose, but it is just Toxic versus the world here. Takes out Asbo. It's a little ready. That smoke is going to hold him out for a bit, but it is gone now. That's not going to be very good for him. We see that Molly going to keep Toxic there. I think Cheeseburger's going to try and get into that teller hole, but is not getting really much. They don't really need to play this too rough, and Dr. can't take out Toxic, and the round goes to Los Muchachos. I think that flank from Aswell there was really big. That took out 3 of them, and they just weren't watching that, and they just kind of got stuck in that storefront. They got Kuken into that bomb, but that nade really needs to be using that barb there, so they could have really gotten in there instead of trying to go through the teller hole, which didn't end up connecting with anyone. So I don't know.
And even if they're not trying that hard, it seems like LCG are trying to win now. You saw them go straight for that bomb, try and get defuse as much as possible to use the smoke to cover it. And they also had people washing the flank as well from that green. Even though it didn't work out very well, Asbo was able to get 2 kills. They're still. It seems like they're realizing that they're about to lose this game. It is now 5-5, tied game, 2 more rounds to go, and a winner or loser or tie will be determined.
Yeah. I think we all know who the losers here are, though. It's me having to cast this. I don't. I think. I think the casters abroad have already lost. This point, Jesus, I'm just so broken. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like. I'm gonna have to like walk out of the room and like scream into a pillow after this game. My neighbors are gonna be wondering why I'm axe murdering someone. Jeez. That's true. We are seeing, I think, hopefully a better play here from LCG here with that jungle. Honestly, jungle's not that bad with Bush. I mean, it locks you in to have those 2 little choke points there, and that's about it. But then you get into the, you don't have to worry about having to play on that pit door. You can just go in through that castle door instead, which is not bad. So you don't have to have that whole little hullabaloo with that turning off the power there, like LCG played with Los Muchachos there with. But we're seeing Saber on that. I guess Saber on jungle isn't the worst. I just wasn't honestly expecting it because the way they're going is so close quarters immediately, as we can see that obviously from Tetra with the auto shot there ready on that door.
Yeah, it seems like LCG are just trying to get to this site as fast as possible, but I feel like it's going to bite them in the butt as defenders they have a crazy aims on this. As we're playing super close, Darter Kenny playing anti-flash, pretty nice setup here. And it seems like they know this is going to happen too.
Oh, we see Tetra going for the run out, takes out Rosebud, but is taken out by the UAV, obviously. That is... I should have known. We saw Tetra with an auto shot near a red door on Dome. I should have known he was going to go for the run out, but it was a classic Tetra move there, and I mean, it got one. It didn't really get any damage actually on anyone else. And actually, I feel like it ended up hurting Texas Red and Cheeseburger more than anything else. See that wall or that door charge go out, and Cheeseburger and Asbo are ready for that. I think we're going to see Flash go out. Oh, Cheeseburger trying to take some damage onto Toxic, but Toxic managed to easily take out Cheeseburger there. It's just Asbo ready, and Dr. Candy trying to take some shots out. Asbo taken out immediately by Mad Toy. We see a little bit of damage on Lando and Mad Toy there, but not enough. Dr. Candy is ready and waiting. We see Texas. Oh, Dr. Candy is flashed and taken out by Toxic. It is just Texas Red there hiding in that castle as they're going to go in there. It's really going to depend on if they go in 1v1, and Toxic is in on his own there, and so I managed to trade him out, and the round does go to LCG there. All right, that was actually a slightly competitive round.
Yeah. I think Tetra definitely went a little bit too early there. If only he had someone that could look through the windows here and tell him when to go out. I mean, that would be awesome. But yeah, I think Los Muchachos there just played a little bit too aggressive. It seemed like they knew exactly what the plan was. Did they have inside information or something? How did they know they were going to go there? They had all 5 players there. But anyways, LCG did pretty well. They used their flashes, push off flashes, and then just the Saber especially was able to pick off people from long range that his teammates could not. But as we move into this last round, we'll see if LCG is able to close it out after losing multiple rounds in a row.
We'll have to see. I'm surprised how many rounds they gave them. How much free I feel like they gave. I mean, I can't say that because I don't know if they really intentionally did it, but they could have just played so much better in some of those rounds. But I am predicting LCG just because, you know. Actually, I don't know, at this point, I don't even know who's gonna win. It could totally be either one at this point, and not even because all my preconceived notions of either of those teams have kind of been shattered. Because I always think, oh, this one's a little more dominant, and it's like, no, let's just switch every now and then. Why not?
Yeah, and then we're back on this factory. let's see what's going to be different this time. Muchachos thinks they're going to take it from storage red door, but it seems like LCG is just going to go back to that green. Very unexpected, where it all happened last round. And we saw multiple dead bodies in that server farm. Almost seems like we're going to be seeing a lot more here.
We are gonna see. I think yeah, that door charge in the office there will be pretty okay. Are they? For some reason, I saw the red and I was like, they're going source. Like, no, it's not it. Yeah, they're gonna be going that server farm into office. It's a fine play. It's gonna easily get you. You can easily get back on conveyors. Those nice long shots. If they're gonna be playing on that pipe works, that'll work. Or you can just drop real quick and get on there. Maybe get a smoke back there and just hold that if you want. We'll have to really see how aggressive Los Touch is gonna be playing server farm, and by aggressive I mean no one spawned there. Dr. Candy is going to be putting a barb there. We are going to see a barb in that office, but both those are accounted for both a door charge and a nade. So, yeah, they're not going to be putting anyone in green or storage. They're actually going to be playing all in
The exact opposite.
works and conveyors.
This spawn peak, though, is going to be interesting from Tetra with that red door.
Oh, yeah, they are going to do that, aren't they?
Seems like
He's
it.
got that mop ready. Yeah, there's no reason for him not to do that if he has the mop ready there. Yep, and Lando takes out Tetra. I don't think Tetra even got the shot off there, sadly. And
What?
Lando takes out Rosebud, one of their own team members. Maybe just making it fair. I think no, Cheeseburger's gonna try and use that again to take out the or use the mop there, but I think did manage to take out Toxic there, so that is not bad. They're using that door a lot more effectively than I expected. We see them in green at this point. Texas Spread trying to see what he can do. As we're trying to get some shots on, and Lando just trying to get as much damage as he can to try and keep them watching that. And Matzo, I think, is going to actually go around and help him. I'm generally, I think, because they... Oh, yeah, Rosebud had the charge and Clacker. So they're going to try and get that going here. Or at least they have the Clacker. So they got the Clacker ready. Lando's just going to try and keep their positioning there. We see Clack out. All right, they're going to be going to that office there. Jock Candy trying to see what he can get done, and getting some big damage to Matzo and Kuken. And rotates out. That is a good rotate. That's a good play from Dr. Candy there. Lando trying to bait them out. Lando takes out Asbo, as we can see there as well, and trying to bait them out a little bit to try and come out and be a little aggressive, but they are getting a little bit, they're playing a little bit more safer now. They're running back. So Lando's going to try and get in and help out Kuken there. Kuken might see Texas. Nope, doesn't see Texas there for right now. They got to do something here. They're running out of time. They got that. I think that's a flash there. They got a flash of smoke, so they can do something. So that flash go out. Kuken's going to try and jump out, and it's going to take a big damage from Dr. Candy there, and it'll end in a tie. Okay. All right. That's
GG's, I guess.
yeah, GG.
I'm unsure why LCG killed or team killed Rosebud there. And that spawn peak was alright, and that really changed how the game was going. Instead of playing for the green, it turned into a fight at the red door sort of strategy. But that was fun.
It was an interesting game.
Yeah, so technically it's two best of ones, but since we're counting it on the stream as a best of two with no overtime, and LCG tied the second game and they won the first game, we'll just say LCG won that. But yeah, any other comments about that game?
I
need a break for sure.
I am fully in a point where I would take everyone on both their teams and yell at them for about an hour now. And I think that might be the only thing that can bring any sort of catharsis for the match I just had to cast.
All right, well, I just want to say that was yeah, near the end we got a lot more competitive. In the beginning it was sort of like, okay, fun, meme game, but that's all right. As long as people are having fun and they're playing their own way, I think that's fine. But we will be taking a little break here before the Wildlife versus GB game. I think that's going to be an interesting game, but sadly, we won't have map observer or um, even a secondary caster. I mean, I think Roach will be able to cast with USEC gamers, so maybe that would be good. And maybe Roach can also do map ops while he casts, which should be all right.
You're putting a lot on someone who said I'm too ill. I don't want to cast
Yeah.
today.
I
It's
mean,
like not only you're casting, you're also map observing. This will
it
be
doesn't
fun.
have to be good map observing, just just be able to see. But um, we can go to bracket. Um, all right. Well, that's it for this stream of Los Muchachos versus LCG. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a couple minutes for the GB versus YY game.
I will
See y'all
strangle
next time.
everyone on both those teams.